lovelies, it is time for another massive bookish unboxing, so stay tuned. So I have 8 bookish boxes here. They're all the Bookish Box, a mix of YA and adult, and I am so excited to dig in. These are in no particular order. Also, if you notice, I'm not in my normal filming area. Do I even have a normal filming area anymore? I don't know. But we are in the process of moving things around and packing things up and stuff, so yeah, this is what you're getting. Alright, I'm gonna move you closer and we're gonna jump right in. So this is not the most glamorous of setups, but it's fine for what we're doing. Alright, opening this first box here. It looks like so. I don't know what month this is because I don't see a little paper or anything. We'll just get into the goodies. Okay, we have a Trader Queen inspired pin. This is cute. It's got like a little crown on it here. It says Queen of Ithaca. And there are like sparklies in there and there's snakes on it. It's very cool. Then we have something in this bag here. Kindle carry case from Zodiac Academy. Okay. Ooh, this is nice. Almighty Sovereign Society Club. It's a soft velvety one. It's got a little tassel here. It's lined. Nifty. Then we have, oh, Crescent City teacup. I'm gonna put this all back in its packaging so that it's easier to move. But here's what the plate looks like. And is it going to focus? Here is what the mug looks like. We have a candle. It says Literary Wanderlust Candle Collection, King of Battle and Blood, the Red Palace. Looks like this. It's a very soft smell. Almost kind of like powdery, perfumey kind of smelling. Then we have the shirt. So this says, shove down weakness and strength will rise. And this is from the Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. Oh, I guess I opened it backwards because here's the little flyer. This was the June 2022 box. Okay, then we have our book. It always comes in this cool little sleeve here. Well, almost always. Okay. The Prince's Poisoned Vow by Haley Turner. This is very pretty and it's got these beautiful stenciled edges. Love that. Ooh. Ooh. There's a lot of pretty with this book. Okay, so we've got these gorgeous end pages. This reversible dust jacket that I freaking adore. Oh. I think I might like the reversible one better. And then this is what the naked book looks like. It says he'd much rather burn than have his body wander on after his soul had fled for the stars. And it is signed. Okay, I put this one on. Oh, I love it. Okay, so for this one, there's not a letter from the author, so I'm just going to read what this says. Every country is built on revolution. The Warden. Soren is a nameless, stateless man, tasked with keeping watch over Maricol's borders. He isn't meant for politics, only dealing with the dead. His past was buried in the poison fields, but after a fateful encounter with the prince, Soren comes to realize he can't keep what magic burns inside him hidden forever. The Prince. Vanya Salindel was the spare who survived the house's murderous games to become the Imperial Crown Prince of Celeria. He has a duty to his country, but he'll owe his life to the Wardens. Payment of any kind is costly, especially when he's at risk of losing his heart to the man who saved his life. The Cog. Caris Delamlan. Here's the siren song of clarion crystals better than anyone in Ashian. That skill for inventing has enriched her bloodline, but it's who she can become that will ultimately entangle her with the Clockwork Brigade. The Princess. Emerali Rourke should have been raised to be queen of one country. Instead, she is a prisoner of another. Guided by a star god, Emerali bids her time in a gilded cage, spinning a political web to gain a throne and start a war the world isn't ready for. Okay. This is a queer, steampunk-inspired epic fantasy romance. Okay, so that is all of that box. On to the next one. Okay, this one looks like so. Okay, we've got our shirt. This one says, "True greatness lies within." It's very groovy looking. I like it. And we've got another candle from the same company as before. And this is House of Earth and Blood, Crescent City. It says, visit Lunathion. Lunathion. Another white candle. Ooh, I don't like that smell. That is a weird smell. I have to look at the thing and see what it's supposed to smell like, but does it say on here? Then we have a Late Night Reads tumbler. It looks like so. We have another one that says Book Dragon. Mine got broken. So yay, cool. We have this little necklace. It says Moonlight Reader, and it's like the phases of the moon. Gold foil journal inspired by a discovery of witches. Ooh, very pretty. Magic is desire made real. That is really, really pretty. And it's not lined or anything. This was the adult June 2022 box. The theme was Royal Rendezvous. Here's our book. We have Book of Night by Holly Black. And it has these black sprayed edges. There's something. Oh. It has this page overlay. Okay, I don't know exactly where this is supposed to go, so I'm just putting it on in the back where there's some blank pages so it can be fully seen. Looks like this. The end pages look like so. There is no reversible jacket on this one. And the naked book looks like this. Pretty. And it is signed. So we have no letter from the author again, so I'll read this. Charlie Hall has never found a lock she couldn't pick, a book she couldn't steal, or a bad decision she wouldn't make. She spent half her life working for glomists, magicians who manipulate shadows to peer into locked rooms, strange people in their beds, or worse. These glomists guard their secrets greedily, creating an underground economy of grimoires, and to rob their fellow magicians they need Charlie Hall. Now she's trying to distance herself from past mistakes, but bartending at a local dive, she's still entirely too close to the corrupt underbelly of the Berkshires. Not to mention that her sister Posey is desperate for magic, and that Charlie's shadowless and possibly soulless boyfriend Vince has been hiding things from her. When a terrible figure from her past returns, Charlie descends into a maelstrom of murder and lies. Determined to survive, she's up against a cast of doppelgangers, mercurial billionaires, glomists, and the people she loves best in the world, all trying to steal a secret that will give them a vast and terrible power. Interesting. Alright. That is all that is in that box. Now on to this box. Okay, this was the March 22 box. Looks like so. We have some Late Night Starry Socks. Cute. You just got like stars and stuff on them. Our shirt says, "Chances weren't made by the stars alone. Cursed Fates" by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. Nice. We have a J.R.R. Tolkien cup sleeve. It says, "Moonlight drowns out all but the brightest stars." It's like a little koozie. Starburst sun catcher. Ooh. Okay, so it has a little chain here. You can hang it from whatever, but this is really pretty. I like it. We've got another candle. This one is Shadow of the Ember, Sarah's Lake. Looks like this. Ooh, this one smells fruity. I like it, but it's also cracked, which I don't guess matters because it will melt, but that smells really good. Kind of smells like candy. Then we have a Crescent City bottle opener. It says, "Light it up." Appropriate. And then we have our book. Ooh, some bright sprayed edges. This is Hunt the Stars by Jessie Mihalik. And we have these pretty sprayed edges. These beautiful end pages. Oh, I see art. Reversible dust jacket. I really like this one. I might have to turn this one around. And then the book looks like this. It says, "My life is mine, but my heart is yours." It is signed. Oh, and there's a note from the author in it. It says, "Dear reader, thank you so much for giving Hunt the Stars a chance. It's an epic space opera romance filled with action, adventure, and delicious enemies to lovers tension. But at its core, it's a book about love and family, both those we're born into and those we choose. I wrote it during the first 8 months of the pandemic in 2020, when everyone was staying home and only seeing a limited bubble of people. And that isolation really drove home how important my found family is to me. And because it was written during the pandemic, it's also filled with hope and joy because we could all use an escape, or at least I could. So I hope the story offers you a few hours of entertainment and allows you to leave your worries behind while you join my motley crew of bounty hunters and their mortal enemies as they voyage through the galaxy and maybe save it in the process. Happy reading." Cool. Okay, here's what it looks like with this cover on. Granted, the sprayed edges look better with the other cover, but I really like this cover. Okay, even though I like the other cover better, I put it back this way because it just looks better with those sprayed edges. Okay, that's everything in that box. On to this box. Okay, this is the April 2022 box. Looks like so. Oh, I love this one. It says, "Every end is a new beginning, V.E. Schwab." One thing too I'll say about these shirts, I'm wearing one of them right now, they're super soft, like really nice quality shirts. Oh, and if you're interested in getting any of these boxes for yourself, I'll link all of the info down in the description. Next we have a note folio inspired by From Blood and Ash. It looks like this. The back says, "I don't need to wear a crown for them to remember I'm the queen." Opening it up, looks like so. Neat. Very cool. And then we have the Bargainer compact mirror. This is cool. Little mirror. Looks like this. "Until darkness dies, I will always be yours." Rhapsodic. Okay, then we have a Court of Silver Flames booklight. Yay! Love a booklight. Oh, this is very cool. So, I'm gonna grab a book. Okay, I'm going to show you that in just a second. It actually needs batteries, and I'm getting Xander to go get me some, but I'll continue showing you the stuff in the box. So we have this candle, the Bridge Kingdom Arenal. Looks like so. I think they're all just going to be white. This has like a mix between soap and like Guy's cologne smell. Then we have a phone grip. I think this is probably like Kingdom of the Wicked inspired. That's what it looks like to me. It's very pretty. I like it. You know, I think I might use these, some of these things that I'm not necessarily going to use for myself, and use them as gifts for like my book buddy of the month, for my coffee members. If you don't know, here's a link. You can go and check out my video where I announce like all the tiers for the coffee members, and it's possible that the giveaway is still going on, but I'm not sure at this point. Okay, now on to our book while we still wait for those batteries. We have River of Shadows by Karina Hall. Pretty book. And it has these gorgeous stenciled edges. Oh, so pretty. It is signed. Oh, the little pop socket must be from this actually. Ooh-wee. The reversible dust jacket is so pretty too. Like, oh, that is so pretty. I'm a sucker for some foil. That is just so pretty. Oh, I like both sides. Now, normally I love me some foil on a book, but this one just looks kind of funky. It's a little thick, and I don't know, it just kind of seems almost poorly drawn. Like everything's a little too oversized and thick. This is heavy is the dead that wears the crown. Oh. It's supposed to say, I think it's supposed to say heavy is the head that wears the crown, but it actually says heavy is the dead that wears the crown. Interesting. Bless you, Xander. It looks like the spine is actually cracked on this one right here. There's some art too. Oh, there's a note from the author in here as well. It says, thank you all so much for being a part of the Bookish Box for April 2022. I'm so completely honored that River of Shadows was selected to be the book of the month. The moment I started seeing the designs come alive, it was like a dream come true for me, and the art of Cassia Jasmina absolutely blew me away. Having Death and Hannah and Sarvi come to life like this has been a highlight of my career, and I am so in love with this special edition. Also props for Hang Lee for yet another stunning version of the original River of Shadows cover. It's one big work of art, and I hope you all love it as much as I do. Also, thanks to Sarah Barton for formatting, and to Stephanie Brown for the opportunity, Justine, and everyone else at the Bookish Box. Happy reading. Okay, so it didn't really tell me much about the book. So I'll read the synopsis here in a second, but let's show off this little booklet. It says, your stories are worth telling. And like I said, this is from A Court of Silver Flames. So it looks like this, and you just like put it on your book. I don't know how well it'll work with the camera, but it lights up your page. Or you could do it like this if you wanted. But yeah, you can just put it like this and the whole page is lit up. That's pretty darn cool. I'll certainly use that. I think I might actually turn the jacket inside out on this one. But it says, River of Shadows. When 24-year-old Hannah Heikkinen's estranged father dies, she reluctantly makes the trip to northern Finland for his funeral. Being in the enchanting land of ice and snow feels miles away from Hannah's busy life back in Los Angeles, especially under the complicated circumstances. But when Hannah discovers that her father's body is missing, that's when things really get weird. A mysterious man, Rasmus, tells Hannah the truth. Her father was a powerful shaman who went into Tolunella, the realm of the dead, in order to barter for more life, and has been held captive by Tuoni, the god of death. The only way her father can be freed is if she travels with Rasmus into the mythical underworld to rescue him. Willing to do anything to have a second chance with her father, Hannah accompanies Rasmus into the dark and bloody realm, traveling via the River of Shadows, stalked by dangerous creatures, monsters, and the living dead, until they finally come into the haunted kingdom ruled by Death and his family. For her to be captured and held prisoner by the god of death himself. Oh, only for her to be captured. It turns out Death is intrigued by Hannah's beauty and fierceness and makes a bargain with her. If she marries him and spends an eternity in the realm of the dead as his wife, he'll set her father free. But even the most notable sacrifices come with hidden costs, and Hannah's might involve the most unexpected of all things, her heart. This totally gives me like a mix between like Hades and Persephone and Beauty and the Beast. Also, my battery is flashing, so I'm gonna swap this around real quick and then I'll go get a new battery. Okay, here's what it looks like with this cover on. And it does look really good with the sprayed edges too. So I'm gonna leave it like this. Okay, let me go get a new battery and we'll go to the next box. Okay, now on to the next box. Okay, this is also a June 2022 box. So one was like adult and one's YA. Move the paper out of the way. Looks like so. I love this one. I think it might be my favorite so far. It says Black Cat Bookseller Cafe. This is super cute. I love it. Then we've got one of their Luminary Zodiac candle collection. And this one's for the June, it's for Cancer. Okay, looks like so. This has like a soft cinnamony, it's like you mix laundry detergent and cinnamon together or something like that. I don't know, it smells really good. Then we have a Winged Inner Circle candle carousel. Ooh, I have another one of these candle carousels and I really like it. Okay, so I'm not gonna put this one together just yet, but so you replace the lid with this, and this little part here sticks in there like so. This balances on top, like this part sits in there, and then attached to this little windmill thing are these. My other ones were dragons, and so it spins around like when the candle's lit, the heat makes the little windmill spin, and then you have little dragons flying around. These look like, let's see, they look like this. Winged beams. Very cool. Then we have a Are You Seelie or Unseelie? Open to discover your Fae Court. A locational mug collection. This is cool. I guess you randomly get one and it tells you if you're Seelie or Unseelie. Ooh, I'm part of the Seelie Court and this is so freaking cute. This is very me. Very me. Hello. This is my aesthetic right here. Pink. Oh, I love it. I'm curious what the Unseelie one looked like. Then we have bookmark weaponry. These are like metal bookmarks that look like weapons. I've gotten a few of these. Looks like so. And then it always has like a little Bookish Box keyboard. This is Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Neat. Then we have a Daughter of the Moon Goddess e-reader socket. Okay, and it says, never again would I be content to remain in the shadows. It's also very pretty. Love this print. That's very cute. And then we have, I think this is another page overlay. But let's open up the book. Ooh, this one doesn't have a dust jacket. Oh, this is a really pretty cover. This is Our Crooked Hearts by Melissa Albert, and the book is just gold. Love it. And then it has these really pretty stenciled edges. This says, we didn't wonder where the magic came from or why it worked. We never asked ourselves, is this ours to take? Interesting. Ooh. There's the end pages look like. It is signed. This says, dear reader, they say you should write the books you most want to read. Our Crooked Hearts is written for two versions of myself. First, my gothy younger self, looking for meaning and magic in the suburbs of Chicago, and 1000% confident I'd find it if I could just figure out how to be a witch. Inspired by books like Wise Child and the movies like The Craft, I devoured all the witchcraft intel I could find, even the driest nonfiction. I can still recite the one genuine spell I found for turning yourself into a hare. It was the most actionable witchy instruction I ever got. I also wrote this book for my pandemic self. In the early weeks of the shutdown, I was glued to the news. I obsessed, I refreshed, I doom scrolled. What I didn't do was read fiction. My brain was a tornado and the words wouldn't stick. Until I remembered living 24/7 in the non-fictional world just isn't for me and never has been. To lose myself in books again, I turned to the stuff that never fails, genre fiction. And when I set out to write Our Crooked Hearts, I knew I wanted to pay homage to all the page turners that saved me from too much reality, incorporating elements of fantasy, horror, mystery, and thriller into this story of magic gone off the rails and the very long shadow it casts. It's my hope that this book will speak to some version of you too, past or present, that it will keep you up late for a night or two and maybe inspire you to check the locks just one more time before you turn out the light. Warmly, Melissa Albert. Fine. And this is really pretty. Oh, let's see what this page overlay looks like on the paper. Okay, just sticking this in the back for now, but I realized that the back end pages are actually different than the front. All right, that is everything in this box. Now on to this box. This one looks like so. This one says, the trees speak Latin. I'm not entirely sure what that's from. I'll have to look at the little flyer thing if there's one in here. If you know what that's from, comment down below and let me know. Then we've got Greater Jungle Inspired Bangle. Magic is a peculiar thing, as are the things it touches. And this is inspired by Beast of Prey by Ayana Gray. It just looks like this. I don't know if it's actually going to focus. There we go. That's cool. You can wear it up high too. And then we have the Gemini candle. Looks like so. This one smells like soap. If y'all hear some other noise in the background, that's Xander. He's just sitting back here doing his schoolwork. Then we have another one of these little metal box book things. This one's for Throne of Glass. And it says, you could rattle the stars, you could do anything if only you dared. And then it looks like pages. Opening it up, just looks like so. Ooh, we've got some From Blood and Ash playing cards. Ooh, I can already tell these are gonna be pretty because the box alone is pretty. Okay, so this is what the box looks like. The back of the cards looks the same way. So for this Joker, come on, focus. Here we go. So we have this one. This one. Wow, they're like all different. Or maybe they're not all different. But yeah, those are very cool. I might have to pull these out like when I'm reading or rereading those books. Then we have another bookmark weaponry thing. This one looks like so. And this is the Fellowship of the Ring. Another really pretty print. And our book. No sprayed edges on this one. We have Together We Burn by Isabel Ibanez. Oh, it looks like we have another page overlay. Looks like that. And this one's signed here as well. Our end pages look like so. The reversible dust jacket looks like this. It's interesting. So this one's like glossy, and this one is very soft, smooth, matte feeling. And then the book is really pretty. Okay, that's everything in that box. On to this box. Okay, this is one of the April 2022 boxes. Looks like so. Oh, this is neat. It's a print album. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff that just fell out. Okay, so it's a print album. And I think that's very cool because we get all these really neat prints, but I kind of don't have a lot of place to put them. And so having a cool album to put them in is really a great idea. It says Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. Fine. So yeah, just like a little picture album. So let's take our pretty print and stick it in there. Ta-da! Very cool. Okay, we have another bookmark weaponry. I may use some of these as also goodies for my coffee patrons. This is from Blood and Ash. Then we have a lined notebook inspired by Gallant by V. Schwab. It says home is a choice. And it's this pretty purple foil. Oh, and there's like a little ribbon too. And this is lined and has a place for you to put like date and stuff. Another print to add to our collection. Our shirt says, without the dark, we'd never see the stars. And then, oh, we have the Taurus candle, which would be for me, because that's, I'm a Taurus. She's pink, okay? Come on. That's perfect. Oh. This is a very soft, powdery, perfumey, like flowery, like a powder flower smell. I like it. I'm glad the one for Taurus didn't stink. We have a necklace that's from Mexican Gothic. Looks like so. That's probably something Xander will want. Then we've got our book. And this doesn't have a dust jacket. It is Gallant by V. Schwab. Oh, love it. And it's got these orange sprayed edges. And it's signed. We do have a letter from the author in here. Some cool art. Looks like there's art throughout it, which is very cool. Okay, this says, Dearest reader, All my life, I've been looking for doors. Not in the ordinary places, hallways, houses. No, I look for doors in fields and forests, on wild trails. I used to like rocky hills and search every stone I found for cracks that could be door frames. Holes that might fit keys. I still look for them, these doors, way out in our world and into another. The first novel I ever wrote was inspired by a door I found when I was a teenager, sitting upright in an empty lot, as if the rest of the house had been swept away. The sight of it, alone in the midst of the weedy, overgrown yard, felt like a promise, a dare, one I didn't take, because I couldn't bear the thought of opening the door and finding nothing on the other side. But I never forgot, and I think every story I've written since has been about what I might have found beyond that door. Places like the Archive, or the other Londons, or the Vale. There is a door in Gallant too, an iron gate set into a garden wall, a threshold between one world and another, between here and there, the kind of door you're not supposed to open, which is my favorite kind. The kind you're told leads nowhere, but all doors lead somewhere, don't they? Being a reader means being a fan of doors. After all, every time you pick up a book, you are holding a door. You are turning a key. You are walking through into the unknown, the promise of mystery and adventure. Do you want to know what waits beyond this door? Turn the page, step through, and see. Fondly, V.E. Schwab. Oh, love it. And it's such an interesting size, like, it's a little short book. I think this is pretty though. Okay, now on to the final box. Okay, this is a March 22 box. We have this really pretty print. Looks like so. The shirt says, "I am the darkness between the stars," from The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Oh, love it. Got a candle. This is the Aries candle, which is what Xander is. The smell on this one is so light, there's almost no smell. But it has like that very slightly boy cologne smell. Very, very light though. Though I can tell you, when this teenage boy puts on cologne, it is not light. It is very potent. Then we have a Hades and Persephone jewelry hook wall serpent. Huh. Oh, this is very cool. So you hang it on your wall. And then there's like little hooks on it. You could use this for jewelry or keys or whatever. I think it's really neat. Then we have some more bookmark weaponry. This one is from Kingdom of the Cursed. Looks like this. Got like a snake looking thing around it. This is Morally Gray Trope Book Display. Okay, that's cool. So you prop it up at whatever angle you want, and lots of angles, and then you have your book. Let's take Gallant for example. And you set it here, or it can, you know, be holding your page open. Neat. And it looks like that. That's very cool. Then we have a Kingdom of Runes necklace. There we go. And our book. Okay, we have Only a Monster by Vanessa Lynn, and it has these pretty purple sprayed edges. It is signed. The end pages look like so. It has a reversible dust jacket, though I think I like the way it is better this way. The book looks like this. And there's some art in here as well. And we have a letter from the author that says, "Dear Bookish Box reader, it is such a dream come true to be able to share Only a Monster with you in this beautiful special edition. When I was growing up, I always wished that I could read about characters who looked like me, having amazing adventures, and then one day I realized that I could write that book. And now you're holding it, and I'm so happy and grateful to be able to share it with you. Happy reading. I hope you enjoy your time in London's monster world. Love, Vanessa. Okay, so I don't really know what the book's about, so I'm going to read what this says. It says, it should have been the perfect summer. Sent to stay with her late mother's eccentric family in London, 16-year-old Joan is determined to enjoy herself. She loves her nerdy job at the historic Holland House, and when her super cute coworker Nick asks her on a date, it feels like everything is falling into place. Then a Good Samaritan attempt gone wrong sends Joan spinning through time, and her life quickly begins to unravel. Her family isn't just eccentric, they're monsters with terrifying hidden powers. And Nick isn't just a cute boy, he's a legendary monster slayer who will do anything to bring them down. As she battles Nick, Joan is forced to work with the beautiful and ruthless Erin Oliver, heir to a monster family that hates her on. She'll have to embrace her monstrousness if she is to save herself and her family, because in this story, she is not the hero. Okay, this sounds so stinking cute. I think that one's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, so that is everything in all 8 of these Bookish boxes. What was your favorite item? I mean, I personally love the shirts. My favorite shirt is probably the one with the cat cafe. But as far as like actual regular items go, I love the From Blood and Ash cards and the Sealy Court mug. Those are probably my favorites. And then probably the 2 books that I'm most excited for would be Gallant by V.E. Schwab, because I love everything she writes. But I'm also really intrigued by Only a Monster. This sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Though I think they all sound really great. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!